Walmart here in Palm Harbor, Florida. Right behind me is the Walmart, and we boondocked over here last night. And this is day 3. Because we're not needing to have to go into any RV parks because the weather here is awesome. It's in the 70s, so there's no point in us paying for overpriced RV parks because we don't need to. We're with Mike, and Mike is teaching us a lot about boondocking and what to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm headed inside to the car and clean up the car. Learning a lot from Mike about boondocking and how to find spots and stuff like that. And I know that's one of the things that he's working on for his book, his RV book. Now I'm going in the show you what's going on in here. All right, I'm doing the vlog from inside the car. Mike is sleeping right now. Christian's also laying down. There's a lot that I've learned on this trip. It's really great having another person with you when you're traveling. I mean, I'm not saying that I would just be traveling with another person, and that's not the case when Mike leaves. I mean, I'm on my own, but I don't take for granted the fact that I have a person with me. So as a woman, I don't have to worry about security pretty much because he's with me. I don't have to worry about driving or the maintenance of the car or the camper because he's with me. This is usually things that I have to do 100% on by myself. So not only do I have to plan the meals, make sure we have stuff, everybody's needs are met. I also have to hitch, plan where we're going. All of this stuff is pretty much split into the two of us. So basically he drives and I take care of all of the stuff that has to do with the RV, the cooking, the food, the refrigerator, make sure everything is stocked, where we're going to go, the attractions that we're going to see. And then he basically just drives and finds places that we're going to be boondocking in. So that's a big help for me because I don't have to do none of that. We're going to be having a longer travel day today. So because I don't have solar panels, we have not been able to charge anything in the RV at all. The only thing that we get in there is our lights. We have the refrigerator running on propane 24 hours a day. All we have is the range hood where the light and the vent is, and the lights in the RV. So we don't turn on a lot of lights at night. The good thing is that my truck does recharge the battery in the trailer battery when we're driving. So that's a good thing. I always have pretty much full power in there because it does that. But in this trip, I've really realized the necessity for having solar panels when you're boondocking, especially for us because we have so much electronics that we travel with. We have lots of cameras, and the cell phone is a necessity, and your computer's a necessity to find places and plan your trip. So it's really important to have at least solar panels that are going to do that for you, where you can actually recharge your electronics. The other thing that I realized was how important it is for me to definitely get a Wi-Fi Ranger. Other than that, I might need to get a data plan for uploading and things like that. So that's been the hardest challenge for us, is all the electronics, because between me and Mike, we carry a lot of stuff. He's got stuff and I've got stuff. And I had to go out yesterday and buy this plug. I'll show you what it looks like. I bought one of these yesterday. This one I bought at Walmart yesterday for $12. I can put the GPS here and he can hook up his phone here. And then I also have my cameras and my battery backup over here. My phone backup over here, and my cameras I can charge here. We also have another plug inside this console that we charge with this here. This is an inverter, so we're able to plug 2 USBs in here, and then we're also to plug in the big giant yellow battery backup that I have. We're also able to use that, and then we can bring that at night in the RV. And if we want to watch a movie, we have a little tiny Blu-ray player in the RV. We want to watch a movie, we can watch a DVD or a Blu-ray in there. And also Mike can have it overnight if he has to charge his e-cig, his vaping cigarette. He has that. He puts that by the bed, and then he's able to use his e-cig there when the battery's running low. So, but these are things that we're learning as we go, because it's just trial and error for all of us. It's Definitely two things that I am missing is the shower, the hot shower. It's been 3 days without a shower. I mean, we could shower in there, take a brief shower. It's just that we're doing so many things and going from place to place and enjoying things and not really being in one place at one spot long enough. We're doing things a little different on this trip. But it's nice to be relaxed in that way that you don't feel that you have to be in one place at a certain time. So it's very different for me, but I'm very well of the fact of how he is, and I'm very accepting of it. And I know that this trip is to challenge me so that I learn that, you know, not everything goes well and not everything goes the way that you want. And, you know, planning things doesn't mean that things are going to work out that way. So, and this is what I wanted on this trip. I wanted to be challenged in that way so that, you know, I can kind of wing things a lot. I mean, Mike wings things a lot, and that's what I have to learn to do in my life. It's just that let things go and not be such a planner all the time. And it's okay that you have something planned for today. Like we had something else planned yesterday, and then all of a sudden we just hit the road and we were just like, yeah, we want to see this and we want to see that, and we really like that town, and let's go to this town and look at this and do that. So that's great. That's really a lot of fun. That makes for great memories. Granted, I don't take for granted that Mike is with me at all on this trip. I'm really blessed to have him with me. He is the legend, I want to say, of in the RV community of Slab City and boondocking. I mean, if you think of anybody for boondocking and, you know, and being in a rough situation and living through it and surviving through it, I think Mike is the guy that you're going to think about. I know he don't get a lot of credit for that, but honestly, if you type in the word Slab City on YouTube, I mean, I doubt that you're going to miss one of his videos on there. He is a legend in the community, as well as Chris is a legend. I know these guys, and they are truly the guys that you want to be with if you want to learn something. So I'm excited for him when he's getting ready to do his book. I know the boondocking section is going to be probably one of the ones that most people are going to want to see because he has so much to offer the community with things like that. And it's a great experience. I feel blessed to have him. I'm blessed to have him as a friend, and he's been great. The thing that I love about this too is I don't have to travel back and forth to a campsite, an RV park. So I'm actually saving money, I guess, because we're headed in the city. We're just moving along from place to place, and I have my pets with me, so I don't have to worry about them being like, you know, 20 miles away at an RV park while I'm out exploring a certain area. I can't guarantee that we're going to get to do that 100% on this trip, because as we go further down, it gets harder to find places where we can actually overnight during the winter time. So yeah, it's a little difficult. And so these are the kind of things that are going to happen on your trip, and you don't really know which Walmart is going to allow it or not. So we have a lot of exciting things, and hopefully the weather will continue to be as well as it is, because there's so much that we want to do and enjoy and explore on this trip, and we're just having a great time. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get to cleaning this up before the guys head in here. We'll have everything nice and organized, so I'm not going crazy because Mike's driving and Christian can't find things. And yeah, it makes for a very crazy day. So being organized is the key. Having all your things in the car, your chargers and your plugs and all of that, if you're going to be charging your stuff in the car, is very important. Because once your RV is locked up, the last thing you want to do is get out and go back in there and search for wires and things like that. It gets very stressful. It's a lot of wasted time and things like that. So I'm going to make sure that we're all organized in the car today, and that we have water. That's another thing. We've been driving around without drinking water, and by the time we get into the RV, we're like dehydrated. So we all have to bring our water bottles on this trip. It's going to be important that we stay hydrated. Anyway, I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.